Today we will be testing the volume weighted MACD histogram. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the volume weighted MACD histogram. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 657 indicators, with 268 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test most of these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Okay, so today's indicator is the volume weighted MACD histogram, and you can see it here on the bottom of the screen. I did go in and make a slight change to this, couple changes here. So I changed the histogram from this and I switched it to columns, just so that way it stands out a little bit more there. And on the indicator page, the indicator creation page, the creator of the indicator specifically noted that when the histogram rises above the positive 7 mark, that is a sign of momentum to the upside. When the histogram drops down below the negative 7 mark, then that is a sign of momentum to the downside. And so I went ahead and marked those areas here with these black dashed lines. And so that'll give us our area, or kind of our zone that we're looking for here. And so when we get a spike to the upside above the dashed line, then we are going to go long. When we get a spike to the downside below this dashed line, then we are going to go short. So that's what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of this. Alright, so the first signal that we pick up is a short signal. We get that break to the downside right here with a red bar, and unfortunately it is right at the bottom of this move right here, and immediately price starts to roll under there and push its way back to the upside there, and that one does stop us out on that first one. So let's go ahead and continue on. Alright, so the second signal that we pick up is a long signal. We get that right here. We get that slight break. If you look at the coordinates right here, the numbers right above my cursor, you can see that it gives numbers there, and that gives us the number corresponding with these kind of side graph over here. And so you can see if I hover over this one right here, we got that break 7.5 or 7.5 is the break there that we're looking for. And so we get a nice push to the upside right after we get that signal, which does come up and get us to our take profit. So let's go ahead and continue on. Alright, so the next signal is a short signal. We get that push to the downside right here and the break that we're looking for. Get a little bit of a push to the downside, and it's just enough to come down and get us to our take profit. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, then we pick up this long right here. We enter right there, get a real big long bar right there in red to the downside. Luckily, it just barely misses our stop there before we start to get that push back to the upside, that momentum back to the upside, which does push up far enough to get us to our take profit. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and fast forward through the rest of the testing. That way things don't take too long, and we'll pick this up when we are at the end of the year. Alright, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version. And you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. Let's get everything in focus. There and there. Alright, let's go ahead and count it out. See what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So we have 17 trades altogether, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 winning trades. And so that barely misses that 60% criteria that we were looking for. An interesting take altogether. I mean, it's the MACD basically, and so I'm sure there's been a million different versions of the MACD and tested a million different ways before. And so this one was a little bit new, giving just a little bit of a zone, kind of a little bit of a consolidation zone there to keep from getting kind of whipsawed in and out. And it did relatively well. I mean, got really close to that 60% mark that we were looking for. So it's not like it was horrible by any means. And so, but it didn't miss or didn't make didn't get us to the criteria that we were looking for. I'll spit it out eventually here. Didn't quite get us to the criteria that we were looking for. So in that case, it is going to have to go on the no list. And we will move on to the next indicator from here.